Skate 2 is often thought of as the best of the series. From its realistic challenges to the new game mechanics it offered, New San Vanalona felt more alive than ever before. If you haven't played this series before, as the original trailer states, it's harder than it looks. Skate 2 took the flick it controls to the next level. Players still use the right analog stick to flick tricks, but now, finger flips, hand plants, no complies, foot plants, and even hippie jumps have been introduced to the game, along with the ability to get off of your board and move around objects to create your own spots. With new tricks came new realistic challenges, and if you remember Skate 2, you might remember it for some of its more unforgiving challenges, like Dunk Slam or Can You Spell Girl. In this video, I'll show you how speedrunners destroy Skate 2 any percent. This video couldn't be made without the help of all my supporters, here and over at twitch.tv/supascared. Now let's get into the video. Skate 2 features an autosave function that you can't turn off, so runners have to make a new character every single run. After getting through character creation, we skip the tutorial and the timer starts. Skaters have to make their way to Slappy's new park. On the way, the game introduces how to get off your board, and after jumping up these stairs, we have to ollie over this gap, then get off our board again to move the dumpster blocking the entrance to Slappy's. We then make our first session marker, drop into the roll-in and clear the gap, landing by Slappy. Now teleport back to your session marker and clear the gap again to complete the challenge. After loading screens, runners pick up the next challenge, Flipping Wood 101. We just have to ollie, kickflip, shove it, 360 shove, and nollie before moving on to the first Skateboard Magazine challenge, No Mug Shots Please. Now for this one, runners just have to grind the ledge or rail. And after landing and checking out our photo spread, we skate on over to Atiba for the Just Get Up There challenge. This is where the game introduces the new game mechanic, where you're able to move around objects in the game and add them to your session marker. Speedrunners will skip this part and just gap from the ramp to the top of the box for the perfect photo. After a quick cutscene, we skate over to Slappy and follow him across town. We have to make sure we stay within 150 feet of him, or we'll fail the challenge and have to start over. Slappy can fall at any time, so it's best to stay close to him. Once we make it to GED High and complete the challenge, it's time to start our first film, School's Out. Just a kickflip over the first stair set, and any nollie over the second will complete the challenge. Landing it also spawns us near our next challenge, School of Hard Knocks. For this one, skaters have to air over the dumpsters. The easiest way to do this is to foot plant off the second one. Now we warp to the Skipping School Film Challenge. We have to do 4 tweaked grabs on the banks. The double grabs also count here. And if you angle it correctly, you can score 2 grabs off the first bank. Then, just grab off the second and third bank to finish the challenge. We warp to the Play and Hooky Film Challenge, and we have to manual down this ledge. You can speed it up by ollieing over the drops. Just make sure to continue manualing or you'll fail the challenge. Once this film is complete, the school's in session. Send it and grind the rail over each stair set, throwing in an extra push for speed. After landing, we unlock the Thrasher Pool Party, except we can't party until we find 3 local pools. By warping to the top of Urban Res, we can skate down the hill and do some nollie pops to gain speed. But before turning right to find our first pool, we make a session marker so we can teleport back. Then continue right and ollie into this bank to find the community pool. Now we teleport back to our session marker and continue down this hill. Ollie over the grass gap on the left and up the curb to find the drop-in pool. Now we can open our completed challenges and warp back to Schools in Session Film Challenge that we completed earlier. We can immediately quit the challenge when it starts and skate to our left to find the GED pool. Now we'll get a pop-up that'll teleport us back to the Thrasher Pool Party, and we can finally start the A Little Help challenge. We can drop into the pool and pump around the corners to get enough speed to do a tweaked air above the deck. And after picking our photo for the magazine, we warp to Technically Hip. This is where the game introduces finger flips. And by making a session marker at the edge of the hip, we can do 2 different finger flips over the hip in record time. Now we warp to the next Thrasher challenge, in the deep end. We need to do 2 different grab grinds on the coping, then pick our photo and warp to gold medal air. This one is easy. Just skate straight and do 4 pushes before launching yourself over the diving board. After getting the photo, we can head to Danny Way's Mega Compound and check in with PJ Ladd for his stair session. We just land 3 different flip tricks over the stair set. Easy enough. After completing it, skate over to Duffy's Rail Termination. Similar to the last challenge, we have to do 3 different grinds. And once the challenge is complete, we just skate down the stairs to Danny. We're ready to face off against him in the Mega Compound. Normally, you would skate through the whole park, getting as many points as possible before reaching the finish line at the bottom. But we just take the fastest way there, and that's through this path on the right. As long as we have more points than Danny when we cross the finish line, we get the point for that round. There are 3 rounds total, but you only need to win 2. After beating Danny, we warp to our first pro challenge, Shave Your Tongue. The game introduces a new mechanic here. By pressing X and A, we can hippie jump off our board and over the barrier. Then we have to finger flip the stair set and late flip off of the wall. Once the challenge is complete, we warp to the Spice Alive challenge. This one is easy if there's no pedestrians in your way. Just do 4 different flip tricks up the stairs to finish this challenge. Then it's time for Over the Rainbow. 2 pushes gives just enough speed to clear the whole rail. Just do 3 different grinds. I'll normally do a 5-0, a 50-50, and end it with a nose grind just to make things easy. After, we warp to the next pro challenge, Get Blind with Jake. We have to bomb this big hill and hope no cars drive through the intersection in front of us. And once we make it that far, we hit the big ramp in 540 over the gap, making sure to land clean so we'll have enough speed to hit the 15-foot mark on the vert stick when we launch off the quarter pipe. Once we complete this challenge, it's time to get more magazine coverage. We warp to our next Thrasher challenge. It's on. We have 90 seconds to get the best grind on this spot. Anything over 1,000 points, and you'll own the challenge. Up next is Loser Gets Hyphy. It's another best grind challenge, except this time, it's against Mike Carroll from Girl. By hitting the rail and gapping towards the street, we can easily score enough points to own the challenge. Then, AFK until time expires. Next, we head back to Slappy's and start Let's Skate. Pump in the half pipe to gain speed before doing a tweaked hand plant on the rail above the half pipe. Then we warp to Skater of the Year off against Chris Cole. We'll have 90 seconds to get the best trick on this spot, but it seems like anything over 1K is more than enough to win. Once the timer gets close to 0, skate down the hill and stand here to minimize loading to our next challenge. They call it art. Now this one's a little weird. You have to foot plant off of the middle section and land on the second ramp. 1 push is all you need or else you'll go too fast. After checking out our photos for the Meg, we open our phone and call Chris Cole to pick 0 as our sponsor. The game will automatically warp us to a follow challenge with Chris Cole. This challenge can go one of 2 ways. Chris Cole will either skate down the spillway and up the launch ramp, or he'll immediately skate to the right and down the pipes. This way's a little slower because he takes his time through the spillway skate park, but we'll wait for him here to make sure we stay within 150 feet of him. And once he catches up, we can continue skating ahead to the finish line. Finishing this challenge unlocks the 0 demo. We have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to soak the crowd. To do so, we just need to score 7,500 points. Just make sure you don't get too many points. Scoring over 10,000 will kill the challenge, and you'll lose some time during the loading screens. Once the challenge is over, we move on to one of the biggest run killers in the game, Dunk Slam.
Do a hand plant or something?
For this challenge, you have to move a quarter pipe underneath the basketball hoop, then get enough speed to hand plant off the top of it while managing to roll away afterwards. By placing the quarter pipe in this precise location, you should be able to hand plant every time without clipping the backboard. After Dunk Slam, we warp to Like Skate Whatevs. For this challenge, we have to set up a rail in between 2 ramps and sequence them all in one combo. But we also have to do this in a no skate zone. Trick off the first ramp, grind the rail, and manual on the second ramp for a consistent finish. Since we can't teleport to another challenge when security is chasing us, we have to get knocked over by the guard. Ouch. We're almost at the end, and we can warp to our third from the last challenge, train hopping. Just clear both the gaps to complete the challenge. Now we head over to third sets of charm. For this one, clear the third set of stairs. The easiest way to do this is to use the bank on the second stair set to gain some extra speed. After clearing the third set, we unlock the final challenge, the scene of the crime. We warp to the new San Vanalona Dam, and we have to do a 540 into it for the final photo challenge of the run. Time stops when photo challenge complete hits the screen. Time flies when you're having fun, and honestly, this is one of my favorite speedruns ever. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more videos. Also, comment and let me know your favorite skate memory. I'll be posting weekly videos just like this one, so turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss any. If you want to catch these runs live, I stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 4 p.m. Central. I also have some new merch you should check out. All the links are down below. Thanks again to all my supporters. These videos wouldn't be possible without you. Keep pushing and stay super. I'll see you in the next one.